Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your #1 online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sport Art, the Tuesday edition, coming to you live from the studio of Power 365 FM, situated in the city of Ibadan. Alright, quickly, because I don't have much time on the show today. Well, in the next 15 minutes, I'll be out of the studio. And you see that 15 minutes, it's going to be a solid and quality time on the show. And we will not be discussing any other thing than Nigeria, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And what happened between them, the incident between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Libya. Although if there's enough time, if we were able to, trash the news on time, the news regarding Nigeria and Libya, then we will have to, spread our wings and talk about other sports. Yesterday I promised we were going to talk about other sports today. Of course we will, if there is enough time. Alright, according to the pilot of the chartered aircraft in which the Super Eagles flew to Libya, chartered aircraft pilot revealed that Libyan authorities coerced him to divert a flight to the substandard airport Al Abrak. Yesterday I told you guys that Libya turned our players to Alaji. People were laughing, they do not know the reason. Yeah, here is the reason. You see, the Al Abrak airport is strictly meant for Hajj and Umrah services. Yeah, I understand that we don't have that kind of airport in Nigeria that is strictly meant for Hajj or any pilgrim's journey. Probably you're going to Israel, you're going to Saudi Arabia, or whatever. All our international airports in Nigeria is meant for commercial use. Either you're going for pilgrimage or whatever it is, or you're traveling out. But this particular Al Abrak airport is meant for pilgrimage travels, for Hajj and Umrah services. Alright. It was reported that the unexpected diversion of a flight to a remote airport, Al Abrak, instead of their intended destination, Benghazi, has been a source of controversy between Nigeria and Libya. While the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) alleged that the move was intentional, the Libya Football Federation (LFF) denied maltreating the Super Eagles, attributing the crisis to a hitch in logistics. Wow, a hitch in logistics for 15 hours. Wow. fact, Nigeria government has synced. However, the Tunisia pilot, in a video interview shared on the X handle of Poja Media, the Tunisia pilot said the risky diversion was unexpected, adding that his pleas on the Libyans and the risk of doing so fell on deaf ears. According to him, the flight plan was to land at Benghazi, that was in Benin, and they had the approval from the Libyan Civil Aviation Authority to do so. But he later got an instruction on their descent to divert to Al-Abrad. It was a horrible 18 to 20 hours of experience, and we don't want to go through that again. We were held hostage. We could not have played this match under these circumstances. That was according to the caretaker coach Oxin Eguafo. Says we know how football can unite the entire world, but in this regard, for them to act like this, I cannot compare it seriously. The Honorable Minister of Sport Development, Senator John Eno, has welcomed the Super Eagles back to Nigeria after their challenging experience in Libya, while they went for a return Group D match of the AFCON 2025 qualifier. The minister, who personally received the national team at the Abuja airport on behalf of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, last night, told the Super Eagles players that they have gone through a near-death experience in Libya. Commended their resilience in the face of adversity, and thanked the team for his show of maturity throughout the period. Addressing the team, and said, for about 20 hours, we have gone through what I describe as a near-death experience. The entire country was vested in the situation. Despite the hardship you experienced in Libya, you stood strong and acted very maturely. On behalf of the President and the good people of Nigeria, I welcome you home as I express profound gratitude for the team's effort on and off the field for play. On and off the field of play, not of play. I reaffirm the government's commitment to keep supporting the national team as they continue their journey of the AFCON 2025 tournament. In this moment, more than anything else, your safety was our priority, and we are glad to see you complete. That was according to our Honorable Minister for Sport and Youth Development, John Eno. Alright, let's talk about other national teams, especially the junior ones. Flamingos forward Harmony Chidi has revealed the team's ambition ahead of the 2024 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. The West Africans are among the favorites to win the title after coming third 2 years ago in India. The Flamingos were the first African country to achieve the feat. Yes, you can Google that, you can fact check me. When the qualifiers, Harmony Chidi scored 12 goals for Nigeria. The youngster declared that they are determined to make history as the first African team to win the title. And let's see how that plays out. Head coach Bankole Olowokere was in charge of the Flamingos the last time in India. Chidi has kind words for the experienced gaffer. According to her, she says, I love my coach so much. He's so tactical in his game. He's always happy seeing us doing the right things, doing what he teaches us. He's a coach that likes goals, that likes forward play, attacking, and attacking. No backward plays, she added. Alright, in a nutshell, let's talk about Nigerian players. Ademola Lookman is still eager for a new challenge despite failing to secure a move away from Atalanta this summer. The Nigerian international tried to force an exit over the summer following firm interest from Ligue giant Paris Saint-Germain. Atalanta, however, refused to sell Lookman and later welcome him back to the team. According to Sky Sport transfer expert talking about Florian Plettenberg, the former Leicester City player is still eager to leave Atalanta and could ask to be released in the January window if the right offer comes along. Atalanta are expected to demand around 30 million euros to sell Lookman. They could, however, demand more if Lookman continues to score regularly. Of course, I think I agree with them. Look, money is way more than 30 million euros. All right, let's talk about Samuel Chukwueze. Serie A giant AC Milan are weighing up the future of Samuel Chukwueze. Chukwueze has struggled for minutes this season under head coach Paulo Fonseca. According to the news, according to several reports, the winger will be sent away on loan, which the transfer window, when the transfer window reopens in January, that's the winter transfer window. The straight sales has also not been ruled up. Just believe in us. We are going to make you happy, and we are going to bring something back home. This was according to Bankole Olowokere. He continued in his word. He says, we are planning and working hard to get the gold for Nigeria. I'm so excited today and confident in the Lord. Wow. Nigerian spirituality, Nigerian and prayer. 5 out of 5.5. According to him, says we work hard. Okay, we've talked about that part. The Flamingos will open their campaign against New Zealand at the Estadio Cibao Santiago de los Caballeros on Wednesday. That should be tomorrow. The West Africans will take on Ecuador in their second group game at the same venue 3 days later. Their final group game is against host Dominican Republic at the Estadio Felix Sanchez Santo Domingo on Tuesday, 22nd of October. That's next week Tuesday, not today. Alright, Brentford forward Kevin Skate is no longer eligible to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. This came after Skate featured in a captain game for Germany against the Netherlands in the UEFA Nations League clash on Monday. That was yesterday. By playing for Germany against the Dutch team at the Allianz Arena, Skate is now cap-tied to the Denmark chef. As a result, the Brentford forward cannot represent Nigeria in the future. Skate was born in Potsdam, Germany, to a Nigerian father and a German mother. Before being cap-tied to Germany, the 22-year-old was eligible to play for Nigeria, where his father originally hails from. Skate was handed a late call-up by Germany manager Julian Nagelsmann as a replacement for Eintracht Frankfurt defender Robin Koch, who withdrew from the team's squad due to a hip injury he sustained in the last game before the international break. Prior to his call-up for the UEFA Nations League matches in October, Skate played in 3 matches for Germany but was still eligible to make a switch to Nigeria. However, after he was not utilized off the bench in Germany's 2-1 victory against Bosnia-Herzegovina last Friday, Skate became permanently cap-tied to his country of birth after replacing Alexander Pavlovic in the 77 minutes of a 1-0 win against the Netherlands. Alright, the Confederation of African Football. This is a breaking news. Yeah, this is a breaking news. So if you are hearing this, okay, you can spread the gospel. And if they ask you who told you, tell them you heard it on Power365 FM from Spot R, hosted by James Aremu. Okay, this will be posted on our Facebook Live. This news will be posted on our Facebook page. The Confederation of African Football (CAF) has delisted the Group D second leg fixture of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier between Nigeria and Libya. The Super Eagles of Nigeria were scheduled to take on Libya in the second leg of the qualifier on Tuesday, which is today. The Super Eagles had earlier beaten Libya 1-0 in the first leg that took place at Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo on Friday. The Nigeria Football Federation, the Super Eagles and officials narrated their over 14 hours ordeal at the Libya airport, where they reportedly faced humiliation, leading to their decision to return home. The Continental Football Body said it had launched an investigation into the incident. Well, it was reported that Libya Football Federation (LFF) had also alleged sabotage and threatened legal action against Nigeria. Via its official Twitter handle, CAF updated games that will be played across the continent on Tuesday but omitted the Super Eagles versus Libya. So that means the second leg game was delisted by CAF. Alright, let's talk about other sports before I call it a day on the show. Talking about other sports, Let's start with Formula One. Talking about Formula One, Audi has an enormous task on its end to turn its Sauber team into Formula One winner, says boss. Talking about Mattia Binotto, Audi will enter Formula One officially in 2026. That's in 2 years' time, but has been in control of Switzerland-based Sauber since earlier this year. Binotto, a former Ferrari team principal, was installed as Chief Operating Officer (COO) and Chief Technical Officer (CTO) in August. According to him, says only climbing a big mountain is climbing Everest. It will take several years. Our objective is by the end of the decade to be able to fight for the championship. This was according to Binotto while talking with BBC Sport. Sauber, of which Audi takes 100% ownership at the beginning of next year, is last in this season's Constructors' Championship and is the only team to have failed to secure a point with 6 races to go. Alright, away from Formula One, let's talk about tennis. Talking about tennis, Italy's Yannick Sinner has enjoyed the most successful and eventful season of his career, having dominated the men's game by the case investigating his 2 failed doping tests rumbles on. The reigning Australian Open and US Open champion, who won his 7th title of the season in Shanghai on Sunday, tested positive for Playstore in March. An independent panel which was presented the case by the International Tennis Integrity Agency (ITIA) accepted there was no fault or negligence attached to the 23-year-old Yannick Sinner. It was the world number 1 who had provided a credible explanation, and it was able to continue playing. But the decision that Sinner bore no fault has been challenged by the World Anti-Doping Agency, that's WADA, which has launched an appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport (CAS). Well, no date has been set for the hearing, but we'll wait. Fingers crossed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to football. On the foreign scene, I'm happy. Oh, don't let me add emotions to this. Arsenal women team head coach, not the men team. Mikel Arteta is still in much. The coach of Arsenal Football Club, talking about the men's team, but the women's team, Arsenal head coach Jonas Ediver has resigned. But North London club sits 6th in the Women's Super League (WSL) after winning just one of their opening 4 games of the new season. Assistant coach Rene Stegers will take charge on an interim basis. According to Sporting Director Gaspar Edu, I know you're shocked. Both teams has one sporting director directing both the female team and the male team. The male team and the female team is being directed by Sporting Director of Arsenal, Edu Gaspar. So according to Edu Gaspar, in a statement released by him, he says, "We thank Jonas for his commitment to the club and achievement here since joining us in 2021. Jonas Oliver signed a new 3-year contract with the club last October after consecutive top 3 finishes in the WSL, while also winning the Women's League Cup in the past 2 seasons. Arsenal failed to win any of their last 3 games under the Swede, drawing 1 and losing 2. Well, for those asking, in 3 years, Jonas Oliver won 2 trophies, like I said. The 2 trophies are the Women's League Cup. Those are the 2 trophies he won. He won one last season. Then the previous season, he won another one. Then he took Arsenal to the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League just once. That's 2 seasons ago. Al Hilal forward Neymar da Silva is backing his compatriot and Real Madrid star Vinicius Jr. to win the 2024 Ballon d'Or. The winner will be announced at an event on the 28th of October. That's about 13 days from now. With Vinicius considered one of the frontrunners for the prize. Other contenders include Rodri of Manchester City, Jude Bellingham of Real Madrid, and Kylian Mbappe, Real Madrid and PSG. Speaking with Mundo Deportivo, I said Vinicius will definitely take the award home. Okay, maybe he's one of the organizers of the Ballon d'Or for him to be so sure. All right.